Like cheese-filled pizza crust, soccer, and Logan Paul, there's a lot of overrated hype out there in the world. Online poker usually brings the goods though. Top players and solid strategy almost always come out on top. It also helps when you've got the nuts. But there are some overrated things in real money poker too, like certain poker hands that will come your way sometimes. We're here to give you a heads up about these hands, and hopefully save you from getting too confident and losing big chunks of your stacks. It's important while you get these tips to remember it ain't just about the cards in poker. The people and your position at the table matter. A lot. Just as an example, let's look at King 8 as your pocket cards. On the poker hand rankings, especially the starting hand poker charts, this isn't the worst hand you can have. But where are you sitting? If you're under the gun at a 9-seat table in a tournament and you're on the bubble, well, this hand is really overrated. Even with that powerful king staring back at you. You will need to stay in the hand often too long, eating away at your chips, and a simple pair is likely to beat you if you don't improve the hand. But if your head's up at the final table, high cards matter more, and the chance of scoring a pair at least is higher. Then King 8 is a decent hand. Okay, enough of the teasers. Let's get to the 10 most overrated hands in poker. Number 1. Suited connectors. Suited connectors, like your 7-6s, 9-8s, and Jack-10s, fall into the overrated category and underrated category, so it can be tricky. The difference lies in your position at the table and the type of game you're playing. In a 9-seat online poker table, sitting under the gun leaves you in a weaker position, even with a good-looking Jack-10 suited sitting in your pocket. Throw in a low stack and draining it slowly with a rainbow flop, and your shiny suited connectors are suddenly not looking so good at all. So the lesson is, play suited connectors from a better position and with a healthy stack. Otherwise, you're better off folding, even if your heart is telling you otherwise. Number 2. Small pair. Sweet, you think to yourself, scoring a pair of 4s from the dealer to make a pocket pair. Just one more and I've got myself a shot at 3 of a kind, 2 pair, or a full house maybe. But then again, your position at the poker table matters. Big time. If you're in a weak position, under the gun or even under the gun -2, you'll be looking for a low probability 3rd card or a 2nd pair. When you're holding a pocket pair, the odds of flopping a set are 7.5 to 1, or roughly 12%. Not bad, but still kinda overrated. Meanwhile, especially with the low stack, you'll be bleeding chips. And even worse, there's a decent chance someone has a higher pair all on its own, and then a high card flop is all you're betting on to try and turn your hand into a bluff and scare off their bigger pair. And that can be a dangerous game. All that to say, don't fold a small pair necessarily. They're all about making a small investment to try and get a big return when you flop a set. Keep your cool. Number 3. Suited cards. Scoring suited cards can lead a newer player to think, yes, flush city, here I come. But often, the only flushing you'll experience is the sound of your stack going down the toilet. Remember, an opponent's ace-king suited will take you out of the money just like that. 99% of the time, and that's our number, not an official stat, just having suited, unconnected cards are going to lead you down the wrong path. Fold this hand fast, Marie Kondo style, and spark joy later on. Number 4. Medium pocket pairs. Between the 5s and 10s, a medium pocket pair can be profitable if you know how to play them. But discipline is the key here. As Navy SEAL and certified badass Jocko Willenick says, discipline equals freedom. You gotta be strict enough with yourself to fold your hand when the flop does not give you a set. Players lose a large pot after calling an early raiser or a 3-bet with a pair of 7s or 8s, and the flop comes 2-4-6. They should have gotten out earlier. It's tough to know when your opponent has a bigger pair, so proceed with caution. The profitable part of medium pocket pairs comes from building the pot with discipline too. Number 5. Ace high, early position. Since we were young, the ace has held magical powers over us, leading to all kinds of cool hands in different card games. It's a wild card in many card games, In the game of war, it beats all comers. In real money Texas Hold'em, though, the ace is almost just another card. When you're looking at ace high, especially from an early position, you're in a vulnerable spot. From a later spot in an online poker tournament, you can see how your opponents are betting before and after the flop. If everyone folds to you and you're in late position, that ace high is starting to look better and better. Maybe you're the only player that has one, and some more aces are ready to show up on the board. The lesson? Don't fold ace high right away, but don't hold on to the hand like a lovesick puppy either. Number 6. King high. Unless you're playing head-to-head, the king high play is overrated. Not only are there 4 aces out there potentially waiting to take you down, but even a low pair has got you beat. You can wait it out a little, but king high, particularly with an unsuited lower card, can sucker in a lot of players. You likely won't beat king of the north, or even the table. Number 7. Pair of aces. It's not that ace-ace is bad. It's definitely not something you want to fold in most cases, but it's difficult to build a pot with. On top of that, there's still just one pair, and they can shrivel up on some boards. Most probably, you'll only get a big blind or 2. Why? Well, a lot of players will fold since they don't have an ace themselves. Keep in mind that the chances of them having an ace are very low since you have 2 of 4 available. Plus, you need to think about it this way too. Although it looks okay on poker hand rankings charts, this is not the strongest hand in poker. 3 of a kind, flush, and straight will beat it. With ace-ace as your pocket pair in poker, you kinda need a sucker in order to make a lot of real money. And you need to hope that no one at the table has a good hand. Number 8. Ace-king. Like a brand new car that loses a few grand in value as soon as you drive it off the lot, this overrated hand loses its shine too. You might like it as the potential icing on the cake of a straight or royal flush, but one card into the flop and you will likely see it lose its attraction fast. Yeah, true, you'll have a nice high kicker if you manage to pick up another ace or a king to create a pair, but the math says there are too many hands that can beat ace-king when you don't improve it, including any pair, no matter how low. Number 9. Ace-rag. Okay, we're not sure where the rag part comes from, but ace-rag is where the ace is paired with anything below a 10, so a 2 through 9. New players will get pumped at the sight of an ace, but here's the kicker. You need a better kicker. See what we did there? So most players overplay their hand when they have an ace. Life just ain't fair sometimes. If you're in an early position with ace-rag, you should fold, unless you're short-stacked and expect your hand to be the best you'll get before you're blinded out. In this case, use the push or fold philosophy. Either push all in or fold. If you're in a middle or late position and no one has challenged the pot with a raise, then the suggestion would be to see the flop. Be prepared to fold if raised though. And this is pretty likely, so an earlier fold would have saved you a couple of chips. The hard thing for most new online poker players is to let go of the hand with an ace. Number 10, a final tip that's definitely not overrated. Okay, so we'll come clean, although you've probably figured it out by now. The one thing that's not overrated is position. Playing real money poker means that there are ways to bluff, semi-bluff, steal the pot, and so on, no matter what hand you have. Top players know this, but beginners and mid-level poker players need to remember, know your spot at the table, and you'll be able to play these overrated hands the right way. Guess what's never overrated? Hitting the like and subscribe buttons right now. That's the good stuff right there. Playing overrated hands carefully and with your position in mind will be the best ways to keep your chips and build your stacks.